Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Skylar Thompson and the Miami Dolphins.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway here on EA Sports. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
They start with a give to Connor, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Connor on the read option. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. Oh, able to avoid him. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. First down, Thompson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down throw for Thompson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 31, here's second down and 8. Again, it's Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and 10, here's Thompson. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Thompson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Five yards from the end zone, first and goal. Looking to throw, Thompson. Incomplete. line of scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Murray. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's Berrios.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Being chased out left. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Throwing on first down is Murray. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. To throw is Murray. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 19. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Able to shake him off. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They run behind center with Connor. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling a drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Motion man is Berrios. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Thompson. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Thompson. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Thompson. That is caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
16 yards. First down, Miami.
They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Second and a couple.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Thompson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Looking to throw. Thompson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Shotgun now from Murray. Forced out to his left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Murray now to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And here comes Berrios. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. Miami set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Thompson out of the shotgun here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Thompson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And back deep is DJ Dallas. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Murray going to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Thompson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Thompson. Buying time to his left. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Got his man, it's Dortch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran who did some damage in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Thompson on 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Thompson going to throw it. That one complete to Hill. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To the air again. Thompson able to. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
They start the drive with Cotter. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to Cotter here on 1st. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Murray now. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, here's Murray. A quick throw there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Thompson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Thompson. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Thompson looking to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 27. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6. Thompson now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Looking to throw. Thompson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 18. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down. Here's Thompson.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Sticking with Thompson here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Thompson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Thompson. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Thompson. Near the sideline, Smith making the grab. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Thompson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Murray. That's complete to McBride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Murray a give. This is Connor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Murray now on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. That's caught. It's the tight end Ryman. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Connor up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
Back to throw. Thompson. And his throw is incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Thompson.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Thompson will look to the air on first down.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Thompson back to the air once more.
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Mack Wilson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Thompson.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Murray now on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A Mostert, a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up second down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.